Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Hybrid Child channel. Jenny has reached her 7th month of pregnancy, and so she has to come off the road now. As I said in the first video, we travel for a living. I'm a truck driver, and she's been with me out on the road for the last couple of years. Ever since she moved out of her mother's house. She turned 18, she moved out of her mother's house, and she's been out here for the last 2 years. So it's a little heart-wrenching and sad to have to leave her at home, but at the same time, she needs to start making her appointments and stuff like that. As we talked about in the first video, she's had some issues with the pregnancy. Now, I just want to say that just because we're carrying a hybrid child doesn't mean that that's the cause of the issues. We're actually not sure, and that's why she's going to be making her doctor's appointments and stuff like that. She should be uploading a video that we actually took at the house while we were home. We live out in the country, so we weren't able to upload that video until she gets to town, which today is Sunday, so she's going to town today. So she's going to upload that video today. Hopefully she's able to. Anyway, some of the issues that she's had, as we talked about in the first video, is with eating. She cannot eat a whole lot of different foods and stuff. There's very few foods that she can eat and actually hold down. Tuna fish she can eat, pastas, grains, a little bit of chicken, stuff like that. But if she eats something that she can't eat, the first thing that'll happen is she starts to get blisters on her tongue. And in the video that she'll be uploading today, you'll actually be able to see those blisters on her tongue. The second thing that'll happen is she starts getting pain right down the middle of her chest. And it's pretty severe pain, and she'll start getting shortness of breath. You know, honestly, it's almost like, you know, the symptoms of like a mild heart attack, that I seriously doubt she's having, you know, heart issues. But at the same time, it's only when she eats certain foods. So I'm sure it's some sort of allergic reaction. As the baby started getting bigger and bigger, her ability to eat certain foods, not so much appetite, but the ability to eat certain foods has gotten stricter and stricter. And the other thing that happened, which we'll show you in that video, is when we were out in California, she started to get these bumps all over her. It started where the stretch marks were on her belly, which you'll see in the video. The stretch marks are actually pretty severe on her, and then the bumps started, and then they spread down to her legs also. And then these bumps now look more like a rash, and we're not sure what there was. I thought it was maybe heat rash, and then we put stuff on there, heat rash cream and stuff on there to try to get rid of it, and it's still there. And now it's a little less prominent as of yesterday when we looked at it and we did the video, but they're still there, and they're still pretty red. And like I say, I don't want it to sound like anybody who's been pregnant or given birth to a hybrid child has had these problems. In fact, I haven't heard anything about it. And the focus of these videos, that we're hoping to be able to reach out to people, and if you've had these experiences and this stuff has happened to you, please comment on the page, or check out the Hybrid Child Facebook page, which we're trying to get those pictures and stuff of everything uploaded. Now, like I said in the first video, both her and me are abductees. We know we are. I actually have implants in my ears, one in my chest and two in my legs, that we know of. And I actually have pictures of those, which I want her to upload, of the ones in my ears. And then she's been abducted too, and there was a injection mark that showed up on the right calf of her leg, and we got a picture of that, and I want her to upload those pictures. The problem is, in the last few days, she's started losing her eyesight. Now, she has macular degeneration anyway, and we know that. But it started when we went to Disneyland in California. Right before we went to Disneyland, she saw this green spot in her eye. And she said, you know, it's right there in the middle of my eye. I can see it. And I looked in her eye and I couldn't really see anything because her pupils actually have closed to real tiny. And she can only see in the bright light. Her pupils aren't adjusting now. And her focus, even with her glasses on, she can't see more than about a foot to 2 foot in front of her. And even reading the screen on her phone, she can't do. She's having to get help on that. And so my thought was maybe a vitamin deficiency. Of course, we have her on prenatal vitamins, and we added a B12 to it also. Actually, it's a B complex with B12 in it also. And so the one other thing I thought about adding was beta carotene, but she's got an appointment on Monday, so hopefully they can tell her something. And the other thing is, we did have a visitor in our truck. I think it was on the 2nd or the 3rd. She saw him twice, him or her, here in the truck that night, or that morning, because it was about 4:30 in the morning when the second time she saw him. So, you know, we know they've been watching over us, and we know that they're not gonna let anything really bad happen to her. But I hope she gets that video up today, and of course I'll post this one today. And hopefully, like I say, if anybody out there has gone through this or has had this experience, and like I say, I know most pregnancies, even with hybrids, are normal pregnancies. There's usually not any complications. I just think that it's something maybe with her body or something. I don't know, because like I say, ever since probably about 4 months into the pregnancy, she's gotten allergic reactions to a lot of stuff. So if you have, please comment below if you've gone through any of this or have any experience or knowledge about this. We ask that you please comment, or you can post on the Hybrid Child Facebook page. All right. So, like I say, we'll try to get some of those pictures up today on the Facebook page, and then of course we will get that video up. I hope she's able to do it today when she goes to town. All right. So, thank you, and we'll see you on the next video.